I said, well, I could do that, so I did.
Daily tasks can be a struggle for Emma Caldwell. The 68-year-old has multiple sclerosis and requires help from an aide.
They come here 5 days a week. They assist me.
And that's not the only thing she needs help with.
Have you been able to work at all?
No, that's what I miss, doing work.
That's why Caldwell gets vouchers from the Memphis Housing Authority to pay most of her rent at her Whitehaven apartment. She says she never had issues until a couple months ago when her landlord got so frustrated he called the WREG problem solvers.
We try to do everything. We try to connect them to her and help.
Adam Rudman says the Housing Authority kept saying it didn't have the right paperwork and stopped paying her rent. Rudman got worried he'd have to evict her.
3 months without payment from them.
I did everything right. I got all my paper filled out.
The first time the fax was wrong.
Okay.
And then she turned around and faxed it again.
To add to her frustration, Caldwell describes a pattern of rudeness. You can tell it really got to her.
She said, Miss Caldwell, I'm telling you, don't you call this number no more. Everybody wants to feel like a human being.
When we contacted the Memphis Housing Authority to get the details on Caldwell's case, they sent this statement. Reading in part, she never completed her annual recertification process, which was due by October 1st. Given the current pandemic conditions and her elderly status, we will go ahead and process her assistance.
How did this case get that far off track?
I do not know.
Marsha Lewis is the CEO of the Memphis Housing Authority, which services more than 26,000 families. In an interview with the Problem Solvers, she takes full responsibility for Caldwell's case and explains what could have happened.
We're not sending people to people's homes. We're not sending inspectors in.
What normally would have happened?
In her case, we would have probably sent someone to her.
And then just gotten it done?
Yes.
But this case also exposes major problems with her agency. She says they were unequipped to handle the pandemic in almost every facet of their operation.
Not being able to hold our briefing sessions in person, not being able to go out and recruit landlords. We've had to order extra computers because people don't have computers to work at home and to monitor the mailboxes. Half of our staff works 2 days, the other half works 2 days. We're in the process of purchasing cell phones.
She says they're also in the process of revamping their website. I'll show it to you. She says right now there's nowhere that someone like Caldwell would be able to submit those missing forms, but soon that will change.
They're using $3.5 million of CARES Act funding to pay for the upgrades.
And we realize it's been difficult for our clients because it's been tough for us.
That could also account for the employee issues Caldwell described.
It was so nasty and ugly the way they spoke to me.
For that, Lewis says they're getting better customer service training.
There's no excuse. I don't have a good reason why that would happen. People don't know, and people shouldn't have to reach out to me. They shouldn't have to go up the chain.
Do you think that there are people that are facing eviction because their forms are not being processed correctly by MHA?
Maybe there is.
The WREG Problem Solvers submitted an open record request to the agency to find out if anyone was evicted because of these problems. They sent a response saying they were not aware of any cases due to the eviction moratorium. Lewis says they caught any issues like Caldwell's in time before they escalated. Solving problems in Whitehaven, Stacey Jacobson, WREG, News Channel 3.